Welcome to the Mindset by Design podcast with your host, the expert Andy Murphy, where you will learn the tips, tricks, and strategies he teaches his world-class clients to give you the skills to dominate any business.
What's going on, Mindset by Design crew, and welcome to episode, this is a clip show. So it's not really a true episode. You can grab the full episodes always, every single week, and you can jump into those. But what we're going to do each week also in this regular feature is this could be clips of the previous episode. It could be lives I've done on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. It could be private sessions. It could be just awesome stuff. Now remember, what we're all about here at Mindset by Design is about building new behaviors, new ways of thinking, feeling, and acting using NLP, which I'm a world-class expert at, concepts and the understanding of neuroscience, and also behavioral psychology, influence, persuasion, peak performance, all of those things combined together to be able to retrain your conscious, unconscious mind and really change the brain, the nervous system to make you superhuman. That's it, right? Have you ever seen that movie Limitless? Right. What my job is to give you the tools and tactics to be able to, live a limitless life, have a limitless brain, and create the life and freedom that you truly want. I've done this for 20 years all over the world, and I've done it with people from Saudi Arabian royalty to Fortune 500 CEOs, people doing IPO, world champions, digital superstars, right? People that you know all over the internet. We've got NBC winners, Hollywood producers and actors. I can go on and on, But the idea is here to help you. We've been doing this for a long, long time, and we're just getting started. So today, this is a clip show, so enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the show. Oh, just before you jump into the show, make sure that you're hitting the show notes, because we've got constant awesome courses, live events, free things, awesome things to be able to make you really perform at your absolute best and create the life that you deserve. So make sure you hit those show notes up or head over right now to andymurphy.online. andymurphy.online. So enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the show. But what I'm talking about right now is the model, your own model of the world. You live in a holographic universe. What the heck does that mean? Well, for you, you live in a holographic self, because what is internally programmed is literally you are seeing that version of what the program is from the inside out. So what you're seeing on the outside is literally what you can notice and what you're not noticing. That's why you can, like, the classic one is with guys, right? It's like, I don't know about you gentlemen, maybe I'm going to throw you under the bus, but it's like with keys, right? I've taught myself over the years to put keys into one place no matter where I am or what house I go in. The first time I put keys down, that's where they go and that's where they stay. So I'll always remember my keys. But there's other things I don't, right? And so and I'm sure some of you can relate to this, but what it means is that I won't see an object that I know's there. I know somewhere in the house, and I'll be looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, but I'm not seeing that object because, hey, for whatever reason, right? They call it man eyes, but man eyes is connected to your filter system in your brain, and it's just, it's not filtering those whatever it is that was sitting there all the time, all along. And as soon as you see it, there it is, right? So understand that those habits or view of the world has been adopted since you were born, basically before you were born. And if you want to start talking about epigenetics, even way before you were born, in DNA expression or gene expression. And when you start to understand this, you start to understand that society or like a country has a certain culture or view of the world, right? Certain beliefs, certain expectations, certain focuses, certain cultures, certain ethics, certain way we do things, right? And that creates the dynamics of a country. But if you look at that as a model of the world, or just like yours, a version of the world, none of that is the world, right? It's not. It's just versions of the world, because not one of us has the same version. It's like a fingerprint or a snowflake. Why? Because we all make different decisions about life along the way. And so we never see the world the same way. So if you understand the people that have tried to program that version of you or how things are done is a business called society. Society is a business. And that business shouldn't be a business, but it is a business. And that business model is designed to keep the cog moving. And the cog is society, the car industries and the tech industries and industrial industries and the construction industries and all of these oil industries and all of these industries. Society's old job was to keep these pumping, so it brings money in, right? Whatever you believe about where it goes or who does it and all the rest of it, that's conversation for another time for sure. But when you start to understand this, what Kanye is talking about is that model of the world, which is called Hollywood. That is a marketing machine. That machine is a business, and the business is called Hollywood. It has lots of different departments in it and lots of spider webs in it, but that's what it is. So what he's talking about is shattering his reality, basically breaking past the box that he's put around as what is possible or his identity in it. And when you start to understand and break this model and understand that you have complete free will in the way you think, the decisions, the direction of your life, the direction of who you are becoming, the direction of every single aspect of your life, you can completely direct it, right? Through the way you look, through your haircut, through the way you react to people, having certain beliefs about certain people or places, or how you experience the past, how you're thinking about the future. All of this becomes your choice. And that includes the direction of where you're going to end up when you're 85 years old or 150 years old. The stem cells that you put in your body, the health and the food that you eat, all has a direct effect on everything, how you feel inside, how the world interacts with you outside. And when you start to understand that is completely malleable, it's changeable at the moment, the drop of a hat, a decision. It's called neuroplasticity in neuroscience. So when you start to begin to understand that now, isn't it beautiful that they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? But it's not true. And it's so not true that the paradigm has to shift in your head. And if it hasn't already, imagine it beginning to shift now, and understand that when you understand there is a different way to live life, that's freedom, right? You know what else that's called? Being awoken, right? That's being woke. Do you understand what I mean? Good. And that's what they're talking about on this clip.
Simulation. A 2-year-old jumps on a coffee table and someone says, "That's a coffee table. Don't jump on that." So it went from being something that makes him feel like Superman. He's got his cape on. He's 2 years old. He doesn't give a about a coffee or a table. And he's starting to calculate all these things. And by the time you're 40 years old, you've got a wall full of coffee tables calculating you into traffic, calculating you into your career choice.
These are the kind of observations that people sometimes make on hallucinogenics, that reality is not the way that we perceive it as being. He's questioning the nature of reality. And next time you're sat on a bus or on public transport or in a traffic jam, think about what your expectations of your own life are, of your own reality. Next time you ask a child to conform, which I'll probably do by the end of today, I'll probably tell my 2-year-old to get off a coffee table, to stop bashing her sister on the head. That in particular is a good rule, I think. But it is important that we question the nature of reality and how we regulate ourselves, the policeman in our own head.
Because at that point, if I'm afraid to be me, I'm no longer Ye. That's what makes Ye.
Really easy to be cynical and skeptical about Kanye West, but I think what he's having is a kind of transcendent shamanic experience. Often mental illness can be a precursor to a different kind of perspective, talking from my own particular perspective, particularly if you've been in a position of privilege and none of those things seem to work for you in particular. You start to question, well, what is it then, this game that I'm playing? Why is it that I was so willing to ascribe to this belief system? And, no one's higher up than him. Look at his eyes. He's awakening.
Now, Russell took it down a different path, which I like, and we can go deep down. He's talking about when you've had a psychedelic experience. And when you have had a psychedelic experience, you're going to know that you wake up and the world seems different. You saw such deep, different perspectives about life. That little voice just guides you and tells you. And if you listen, the lessons and the perspective changes that you get are absolutely infinitely expansive. And when you start using or begin to see the world a different way, well, there's many ways to get that experience. Psychedelics is definitely a fast, 100% proven, interactive, let's go there now type of experience. But there's other ways to get there. Shamanic breathing, yoga, constant deep, chakra meditation, right? It depends where you want to go down the rabbit hole with this stuff. But there's many ways to get to that place. But what the point is basically having the boundaries so expanded or destroyed about what you believe is possible that you just have a radical shift in consciousness, a radical shift in who you are in this quantum soup of pure potentiality. And when you start to really get that, damn, your mind is blown. Not everybody here is designed to be a billionaire. We're not all supposed to be Jeff Bezos, right? Not everybody here is supposed to be even a multimillionaire or world champion athletes. We're all on such a unique ride of life that we have to really live in this metaphysical as well as the logical, as well as all the science. We've also got to live in this metaphysical way of seeing the world, because in this metaphysical way of seeing the world, anything is truly possible. And if you live in that space, that place of wonder and imagination, how much fun, right? That's it. If you're playing there and then you're able to bring those ideas back and put them into this 3-dimension, that's magic, right? That's straight magic. That's what thought leaders and Elon Musk, someone's going to tease me about saying Elon Musk for sure, but Elon Musk, all of these different people, right? Okay, crew, there we go. The end of another clip show. I really hope you enjoyed it. You got lots of good stuff from it. And again, if you want to go back and check the previous episode, well, it's waiting for you there. And speaking of waiting for you there, you've got to make a decision. That's how much do you want the next stage of your life? Do you want to have that limitless brain? Do you want to be like a Jedi? Do you want to be part superhuman? Do you want to take your business life to a whole new level with influence, persuasion, peak performance, and neuroconditioning? Well, I'm sure you do. This is how we scale businesses from 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. Plus, this is how I've worked with the top people in the world, and I just want to share some of their secret strategies with you. So the next thing you need to do, very simple, nice and easy, just simply go to links. That's it. Hit the show notes up, see what's available for you today, and also make sure that you're heading over to andymurphy.online. Why? Because we got articles, we got videos, we got content all for you sitting right there, and so many options to help you get to that next stage, to win, finally win, or take your business and life to a whole different level. Sound good? Awesome, that's waiting for you there, and make sure that you're finding me on social media. It's very easy. It's Andy Murphy Mindset. Type that in, you got me. Or Andy Murphy NLP, Andy Murphy Mindset. Either way, you can find me all over social. Make sure that you're connecting, make sure that you're hanging out, and make sure that you're writing me an awesome review somewhere. Spotify, Apple, or any other platform. I love you for it. They love me for it, and it means I can keep pumping out this awesome content. Okay, do that right now, and until the next time, much love. Have an amazing week, and oh yeah, one more thing. Why don't you smile for me and keep kicking ass?
Thanks so much for listening to today's episode of the Mindset by Design podcast with your host and NLP expert, Andy Murphy. We'll catch you next time.